Asking social distance, that's what the guy, that's like.
All right, we'll go ahead and start this meeting if everybody's ready. I'd like to welcome everyone to our October the 5th, 2020 special meeting. Time is 6 o'clock. First, we'll have the approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion?
So
Move. Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, ayes have it. We have several items up for discussion. Item A for ordinances, resolutions, and orders. Second reading ordinance number 754, an ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of an agreement between Fairfield County and Project Windsor to provide certain incentives, authorizing the sale of certain real property in the county and other related matters. If we could, we'll hold this till after executive session. If that's okay with everyone.
Do you need a motion on that?
No, sir, we'll just hold it if that's okay. We'll go down to item B, second reading of ordinance number 755, an ordinance to amend the Fairfield County Land Management Ordinance number 599 to provide for the zoning reclassification from R2 inclusive residential district to B1 limited business district of 1.6 acres owned by Rockton Baptist Church, the applicant. This is tax map number 145-01-35-002-000. This property is located between Crane Street, Winter Street, and Sanford Road, located in Winsboro, South Carolina. Do I have a motion?
So move. Seconded.
It's been moved and properly seconded. For discussion, we'll go ahead and have Mr. Chris Clausen give us an explanation.
Sure. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, members of council. This request was put in by the church, really brought about because of the charter school there. They want to bring in a modular, and it's going to be brought on the property that we have the fire station currently. The R2 zoning district does not allow for two separate uses. There can only be a principal use, and then you can have secondary accessory uses. So the B1 would allow for a separate primary use. So a school and a fire station, those would not be allowed. Currently, this rezoning does allow for that to happen.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes, sir, Mr. Doug.
you said modular. You mean modular or mobile homes?
This, they're actually the school portable thing.
No.
I believe it's a modular
It's a
building.
mobile home. If it's on wheels and its wheels stay on it when they park it, it's a mobile home.
If it's a mobile home, no classroom activity.
They don't have, a modular home has 2x6 studs in the walls. And I can guarantee these won't have 2x6 studs in the wall.
Okay,
They might call it a modular home, but it's nothing but a trailer. It's still got the same 2x2s for studs.
I don't know if they've brought it on, Councilman, but if that was the case, then they would not be able to use that building for educational purposes. To the best of our knowledge, this was a school portable modular building, not a modular home. If I said that, I apologize.
Okay.
I misspoke. But this would be a modular school portable building.
All right, good.
Are these pre-approved, these type of units by the school district?
This would be OSF. This would be the state that would inspect those as well.
Okay, so we just need a rezone to
Yes.
allow.
Right. Yes.
1.6 acres that's behind the fire department.
Yes, that's the fire department, and then that kind of strange figure they have there where the cars are going backing up. So they're going to reroute the traffic there, and it's going to be placed, I believe, on the western portion of the track.
Any
You talk about the place with the charter school.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Mhm.
STEM,
Okay.
yes.
STEM school, yes, sir.
Any further discussion or comments from council? If not, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Now down to item C, second reading ordinance number 756. An ordinance to amend the Fairfield County Land Management Ordinance number 599 to provide for the zoning reclassification from R1 Single Family Residential District to RD1 Rural Residential District of 17.61 acres owned by Yvonne Bosquerizo. If I mispronounce it, take it for love. So this is tax map number 093-00-00-031-000. This property is located at 8393 US Highway 21 North in Ridgeway, South Carolina, 29130. Do I have a motion?
So move, Mr. Chair.
Seconded.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Discussion, Mr. Clausen, you be able to give us a,
Yes, sir.
okay.
This was a rezone that was brought about because the applicant desires to put a personal use. It's like a storage building. He's going to use it as a work shed, workshop, not a business. He just wants to have a place. He's got the 17 acres. It was zoned R1 because this is one of those areas where they came up with these like rural community centers. And they sort of, when the comprehensive plan went in before, and they identified like chunks of land in close to smaller communities where they wanted to see a different type of development. So R1 actually would allow for more density, but it should be focused on residents primarily. And so the RD1 would allow for him to have the storage building without a principal use or without a primary dwelling. So the whole thing is he does not have to build a house with RD1 to allow for the storage building. With R1, he would actually have to build a house there prior to being allowed to put in that other building. So
Has the other landowners around it been notified as to fact this is being rezoned?
they have, it's gone before the planning commission. We did have a comment that was read at the meeting. And we can read that again with the public hearing for the council, but they were opposed. And some of the reasons though, actually, again, R1 allows more density. So we're putting it into RD1, which actually there's only 1 per acre. An R1 can allow greater than, I think it's 4 per acre. So
Do you know what type storage facilities and what type items are going to be stored on this property?
he said he does woodworking that he likes,
Woodworking?
I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So I don't think
Have a
he's-
bunch of trucks sitting around there with not licensed and stuff?
No, that would be code enforcement. We can get that angle, but he said it was himself and his father that want to work in that building. So
Okay.
It'd be great in the future if these kind of ordinances go through the planning or the zoning board, that we know the outcome, whether they were not in favor of it or in favor of it.
Like-
Like Mr. Douglas, and I don't want him to be able to put 17 trucks on the property or 17 vehicles. And then we got to try to get code enforcement to enforce laws to get the vehicles off. I mean, would he have the authority to do that? Put as many vehicles as he wanted to on the property?
I mean, that wouldn't change, and that still wouldn't be allowed, but R1 versus RD1, it's just a matter of that structure itself. And I mean, with talking about the planning commission and what their approval was, I mean, do you want to add it to the actual agenda? Or I mean, I could just say it. They've actually passed both of these 7. I'm sorry, we only had 6 present, so there were 6-0. So
I thought you said they were against this one, or
there was a homeowner.
Well, what he's talking about is the way the finance committee, you always say whether or not the finance committee is
Approved.
for these items, and that's what he's looking for.
Adding it to the agenda.
Well, no,
Sir?
just starting when your
Starting.
presentation. just
Okay,
saying
my
it's been before the
apologies.
Planning
Mhm.
Commission,
Okay.
all have approved unanimously, or it was a 5-2 vote, what have you.
Okay.
You normally, our clerk, the council normally send that along with the meeting of the planning and zoning commission. It normally be in our packet. So you're asking for something different? What I'm asking?
Same thing.
No, I think we just omitted it at this time.
Yeah,
We
it's-
typically do.
Yeah. It's the same thing. Any further from council? If not, I'll take a vote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. Item D, we're gonna hold until after executive session also. We do have one item for executive session, A, economic development discussion regarding a proposed fee in lieu of tax agreement and associated documents regarding an economic development project identified as Project Windsor pursuant to South Carolina Code 30-4-70 subsection, paragraph A subsection 5. Do I have a motion to enter into executive session?
Second.
So we moved and properly seconded. Any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor of entering into executive session signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it. We're now in executive
We
session.
doing it, Patty, or are we moving? In there?
I think we might need to move because, yeah.
We definitely need to go there because someone.
Are we moving?
Yeah, let's move. 'Cause
We're not gonna do it in here?
with the vote.
Run them off.
Yeah, yeah. You want to put on the record, yeah.
More of that Tommy Woodwork skill. Oh, no.
Yeah, but I'm not even worried about it, because it's always in there.
Hi, Patty.
How are you?
I am good.
Good.
It's funny, I got to go to a football game Friday night. I got to go the week before, but it was kind of a blowout, but I got to go this past Friday, and it was like, this feels completely and utterly normal. Oh, by the way, before I forget, did Mr. Trap vote yes, or is he even here?
Yeah, he's on.
Okay, so he voted yes on both those two. Okay, just making sure, because I couldn't hear him.
What are y'all doing for Halloween?
Oh, God, I hope we're doing normal Halloween. It's interesting. I just got a text from Richland too. They said they're entering their phase 2 of reopening. But I don't know that that's actually any face-to-face because all I have is my phone. I can't figure it out from that. So since I went to a huge sporting event, and there had to be, 800 people there the other night, and that was Fairfield County out in Lower Richland. There was a ton of folks there. And it said everybody all the way up is complaining to Molly Spearman about why can't we have kids in class if we can have kids tackling each other all over
That's
the place?
true.
You
I
know.
mean, priorities.
Yeah. Is Fairfield County, or I know they have some kids in classes, but is everybody in classes?
I don't know, but Neil's son is in third grade.
Yeah.
He started doing it at home.
Yeah.
Neil said
Yeah, y'all are quick tonight.
I want it to look good. Thank you, sir. I had a leftover steak this afternoon, potatoes and onions and bell pepper.
Oh, really?
Oh, it was good.
That's what that is.
Oh,
Really good.
Oh, I know. Put it on the record. Yeah,
I make a motion, go in regular session.
I want him to say it on the record.
Did it again.
Yeah, why you tearing stuff up?
I'm sorry, man. I keep knocking it over.
And she puts it precisely.
Kinda like House of Cards
And
over
it just
there.
automatically.
that motion, I'll
sticks.
be glad to second.
Okay.
Good.
Y'all ready?
It's been made and second.
Yep.
Okay.
Right, we'll make the most back in. All right, at this time, entertain a motion to exit executive session and enter back into regular session.
So move.
Second.
It's been moved and properly second. Any discussion? No discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All right, and we are now back into regular session. Now back to item A of ordinance number 754, second reading. An ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of an agreement between Fairfield County and Project Windsor to provide certain incentives, authorizing the sale of certain real property in the county and other related matters. Do I have a motion?
So move, Mr. Chair.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Discussion?
None.
I'll let, and we will be able to mention the name, I think, only, correct? Or,
Not the name of the company.
okay, but the name of the project,
Sure.
Windsor,
Project
okay.
Windsor, yes.
Are there any questions or discussion from council?
No.
No question. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed? The ayes have it. Now down to item D, Resolution 2020-11, committing to negotiate a fee in lieu of ad valorem taxes agreement between Fairfield County and Project Windsor, identifying the project and other matters related thereto. Do I have a motion?
I move that for adoption, Mr. Chair.
Motion been made for approval and properly seconded. All those in favor, oh, I'm sorry, in discussion? No discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The ayes have it.
I move to adjourn, Mr. Chair.
All right.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded for adjourn. If council didn't have anything, I don't think. All right. There's no, that's right. All those in favor signify by saying aye. The ayes have it. We are now adjourned.